Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Collective. Today we are seeking to discuss this idea of having an optimal day. This is something that my brother-in-law and I discussed this past week as we were traversing through the understanding of what it is to curate your ideal day. But in an effort to be optimal, we often find the tension point that we fall short in not only the standard with which we ought to live and which we seek to live, but further than that, that we miss out on the living entirely. And so we came up with this subcategory of a optimal day for an optimal day, or rather a default day for your optimal day. So while you may be thinking in terms of maximization and optimization in your life and your productivity and whatever goals and ambitions you may be pursuing, fundamentally, you also need to have the understanding that you need a day to fall back on, if you will, a template that allows you to remember and to call back to the reason with which you were pursuing your goals in the first place. So, what this may look like or what this may mean for you are a couple of things. First is sit down and write your ideal perfect day. Visualize, consider what are the things that you would want to accomplish and how could you go about potentially facilitating repeating that day over and over and over again. This concept is very key and crucial if you want to accomplish a lot in terms of to-do lists or checklists or projects or things that you might be wanting to pursue, even in a work place or in a work setting or in a deep work setting. But further than that, what I want to delineate is that your default day are the things that allow you to fall back when your things may not be as consistent, or the things you fall back to when you feel like maybe you're burning out. Because there is the reality of expectation, and then there is the raw reality of what you will end up actually doing. And so we almost need to kind of have this buffer, if you will, or this fallback system or approach that is going to allow us to further facilitate the things that we want to do and we want to accomplish. So you could have in your optimal day, everything tiered out, everything laid out, laced with all of the little anecdotal euphemisms you might use in order to say, these are the things that I would love to get done each and every day. But beyond this and behind this, as the foundation to which you fall when you do not always rise to your standards, you are going to be able to fall to your systems, or default rather to your systems. And so thinking about this, you need to have more of the foundational priorities or the supporting things with which help you curate, facilitate, and accomplish that optimal day. For example, did you get your workout in? How are your relationships? Are your finances in order? Is your home in order? Are you in a place to where you are able to actually accomplish and get these things done? Were you able to sit and contemplate and enjoy this existence that we inhabit each and every day as it is granted to us? Were you able to pray and confess and repent and seek to grow in your intentions and in the cultivation of your personhood, whilst all of your getting, or all of your accomplishing, or all of your task doing? What are the fallback mechanisms that help you appropriate that optimal day to have that foundational support system so that even when you default back, or you don't always hit the go button, but you hit the snooze button on your alarm, when you don't get into the gym, but you maybe are able to go for a walk, or you don't always hit your goal as you're hoping to, instead of entering into a realm of defeat, consider the things that actually aid and support you, so that when you have a default mechanism, it is also able to further facilitate and propel you onto something more excellent. And so I hope this was clear and concise and quality for the sake of you endeavoring to pursue these things this week. Do not trade optimization and miss out on the living itself. Because optimization for optimization's sake is sterile. It's dry. It's not the beautiful aspects of film noir that are in black and white, but it is a cultivation of systems for system's sake. And AI can do that better than any of us ever can. But the real rawness of us being humans who embody God's image, who are able to manifest certain capacities and realities, and to trudge through life gaining wisdom and knowledge and understanding and pursuing what is good, beautiful, right, and true, these are the things that will last. These are the things that make up the purpose with which we seek to be intentional about the lives that we lead. And by virtue of accomplishing those things or having those as your default, you will then have the understanding that while it's not always the destination, but it is the cultivation of you in the journey, every once in a while you can stop and smell the roses, if you will. And so I hope this is helpful. I hope you're able to take this and utilize it to further always maximize yourself, maximize your community, the people, and the world around you, and so facilitate the groundwork and the foundation to promote an even healthier, virtuous, and prosperous generation and all of the right things as much as depends upon you for the generation to follow after you.